It is a bigger problem that has been on for some time now. Whenever floods or it rains massively, arcades like Kwalisel, Nabukera, and buildings across that lane would get the waters in the underground basements. When the construction of the Nakivubo Channel started, it somehow escalated the challenge. This is a poor plan according to the Kampala Capital City authorities and the revelations that have come up after a number of things happened. For example, some buildings, when you view them today, water that will go directly to the drainages was diverted to sewage lines. And to the contrary, sewer meant waters are tapped directly into the tunnels. Secondly, when you look at the channels opposite Total, the new arcade, French Plaza, and the Nabukera, when you look at this, an ordinary person, you don't need to be an engineer to know that all the water that flows from Room Street up from Nakasero runs towards that place. When you look at the pipes that are supposed to let the water flow into the main channel, you really can be wondering which kind of planning this is. Very tiny channels, very narrow manholes, and then added to the half blocked Nakivubo Channel now, even the pipes that are supposed to be leading water into the main channel are not the size that fits the volume of water that flows from the upper city. So what is very important is Kampala Capital City Authority. We are lucky that I got a report about the compensation of the people who lost goods due to floods last year. But in the report, there are aspects that need the concentration of the KCCA and the government on the mid-term and long-term processes. In the short run, there are ways and the recommendations to widen those pipes that will do drainage channels that take the water directly to the main Nakivubo Channel, and also to the unblocking of any building in the area that has diverted the drainage water to the sewage and the otherwise. Also, to see that when during construction, let us be mindful that this is a valley. The constructions need to be made. We're aware that they are constructing buildings amidst a valley, and therefore the construction needs to be very, very much guided by technical people. The engineers of KCC must be carrying out the supervision with maximum concentration and attention. The people who lost due to the floods as they happened last year, or the drainage, the government of Uganda is under process. From the report that we got from the outgoing Lord Mayor, 23 billion 400 millions is money that was targeted or put aside as money that, or was approved as money that would be compensating the traders that lost. What is going on from what we have received from government is that the vetting is finally done, because lists were submitted from different groups of the traders, but also international security organization physically went to the ground and made verifications. We went and met with the ISSA leadership, and they are confirmed to us that they have already made the vetting. Approximately 680 traders are due to be compensated, or if there is any other new revelations in form of numbers, the ISSA is supposed to report, and they have told us they have already submitted the report to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is now the one that finally needs to look at the summaries and then submit to the Minister of Finance for onward processing of the payments. These are not compensations but contributions from information we got from the Internal Security Organization. My appeal to government is that let it be expedited on time, because these are businesses. 680 businesses closed down. Is not a disadvantage or a loss to the losers, the business operators, but to government too, because these were all tax-paying companies or businesses or individuals. If they are no longer having the capital to operate, government is duty-bound to do the needful. So, in as far as this is concerned, we need to look at a bigger picture. What do we do? How do we widen the channels and the avenues that take massive water, the way it comes back to the
Because even compensating us, yet we will lose our property.
Yes, that's not something as KCCA we support. But now we need to go process by process, let the payment happen. But in the meantime, I inspected when the water happened this time, and I moved like 5 of the buildings: Total, French Plaza, Nabukera, Capital, and others. The water was not as massive as it were the other time, but it is a signal that anything more than what happened, if it comes in a stronger downpour, we might experience a worst case scenario.
People are saying this matter is affiliated by at least numerous properties.
Yes.
Who constructed the properties on our main Nakivubo Channel? Allegations are he broke teeth. How could
Yeah, it is partly part of it, but it's not to call it true, because I have been in Kampala for some time now. On the recent drainage, I saw what happened in Narukolongo. I saw what happened at the former electoral commission, fully submerged. I don't know whether Nakivubo Channel goes as far as the former electoral commission area. I saw benzes of certain investors stuck in the water at Nakawa. So it's a bigger problem than this. Although it is also part of what needs to be looked at. It needs technical advice, because you look at the facilities now, the arcade that is built on top of the channel is now preoccupied. Tenants are already there. Discussing it as the negative light where is no longer making sense. We only need to look at reasons, all right, ways of how we move as also move zone. And that's why when rather than looking at
the negative
the
side?
negative side and criticizing projects that are already running, we run with them and improve for the best. This is our approach as KCCA. If you come and start to fight projects that are already standing, then you are maybe looking for elections come 2031, and we are not about to declare our intention now. We are in for development.